Okay, you Steemit creators, you creators of wonderful content, I've got a special treat for you on this one as I get a chance to talk with Alla of Alla's Yummy Food. She has a channel that is doing incredibly well. I got a chance to talk to this wonderful, delightful, and very smart lady. She shared with me some ideas that you can use on not only about the food that she does, I mean, this stuff looks great, doesn't it? But she does that very well, and she shares her secrets that you don't always hear, but you get a chance to hear about it. So get your pen and paper or your note-taking device of choice ready to go as I get a chance to find out about the marvelous content coming out of Alla's Yummy Food. Video today online is just replete with all kinds of great options for recording, showing a message about many different topics. And one of the topics that's really hot worldwide is looking at food preparation, recipes, how to cook them, and what to do with that. We've got some real nice examples online, and a great way to look at what's happening is with Steemit. Right now in this Steemit Success Series, we're going to continue here talking to one lady who is outstanding. She not only has a very successful Steemit channel, shares a lot of great ideas, but she's just a flat-out wonderful person. And she joins us now from her offices there in London, England, and it's Alla Drexna. Alla, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Doing fine. It is wonderful to have you with us today. Appreciate you taking time, and really anxious to find out from you, first of all, what you do for those that might not know you. I think there's like 3 people on the planet that don't know about who you are. And so for those 3 people, we'll let them know that. But also, tell us a little bit about the kind of videos you've been doing, how long you've been on not only Steemit, but other channels as well, and the kind of message that you put out online.
Yeah, so I'm, officially a food blogger, and I post video tutorials online. So I use obviously all social media platforms right now, and teach people how to cook recipes. And I make them really easy with simple ingredients. So they look amazing, they taste really good, and it's not hard to do for anybody who doesn't even have cooking experience. And I decided to specialize in sort of Russian and Latvian cuisine because that's where I'm originally from, Latvia. But I've been living in England for 14 years now. And so it's kind of like a fusion and foods that I miss from my country. So then they kind of come back here. Yeah, and I've sort of decided to quit my job when I was 25. So I've been doing this cooking thing for about 4 years now.
Oh, very good. Well, you've been doing a good job. Matter of fact, if it's all right with you, what I'd like to do for our viewers who are seeing this, let them take a peek at the screen here, and they can see Alla's kitchen, which we're looking at right now. Is that coming through on your computer as well?
Yes.
Yeah, so we've got that there, and I see one here. I've watched this one right here, the best banana bread video. I see you've got that, and then some best Bailey's mousse cake, and then some Steemit Christmas Supper Club. This sounds really, really nice. Tell us how you get the ideas for these videos.
I mean, it depends on the season. Obviously, the mousse cake, it's more Christmassy because Christmas is coming up. I kind of just look online and Pinterest and get ideas from other creators and then combine things together and just come up with things that I think will look good and are super easy to make. And a lot of the recipes actually from my hometown and that my granny taught me. So they're like really classic Russian dishes, or Latvian dishes.
Oh, nice.
Stuff.
Yeah, I see. By the way, here it says giving up sugar for 2 weeks, and that was done. We can see here 7 days ago. How you doing on the no sugar part?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I haven't had sugar for 4 days, and then I had some little bit, because it's quite hard. We'll be posting actually an update on that. But yeah, it's something very interesting I'm doing there now. On myself.
Well, that is good. Now, in addition to this is over here on Steemit. You also have a channel on YouTube, I believe. Let me see if we got that right here. The Alla's Yummy Food over here. Is this your YouTube channel?
That's my website, yeah.
Or your website, I'm sorry, yeah.
Yeah, that's my website. I actually built that myself. It took me 3 months And that was really, really hard. I was literally working 16-hour days every day to build this. And any advice I give to everyone, don't do it yourself, just pay someone.
That makes sense. It makes sense. Well, there's a lot of good you've done there. And so I wanted to, on this particular series here, on the Steemit Success Series, we're talking to people who are very successful and have done a lot of things right in Steemit and asking them, okay, what are your secret ingredients? And we kind of had to pull back the curtain. We rub our hands together, think, okay, what is it that really makes it successful? What have you found that it really helps for a channel to do well and be received very well in Steemit?
I think it's really, really important to have really good content. That's number one, to make sure you spend some time and people can actually see that you put effort into doing your post, whether it's traveling, food, I don't know, writing a piece of novel or politics or whatever it is. Make sure you've got your facts right, you've got everything kind of, you know, done properly. And it's your work as well, not just you copying and pasting it from someone and trying to credit for that.
Yeah, that plagiarism thing just really isn't good, you know. And ultimately, even though it's kind of nasty and smarmy, and I think in most places illegal, still it hurts you if someone steals from another. You know, you're putting your mind in neutral versus aggressively working to sharpen it and come up with really good material. So we want good content. What would be a second thing we'd want to do?
Second thing would be building relationships. I found that this would help me the most. You know, when I just started on Steemit, I went around for 3 to 5 days. I think I was just looking at other food bloggers out there. There wasn't that much at the time, and other content creators, and just introducing myself, just saying hello. I didn't actually have anything posted at that time, so I've really kind of messaged everyone, read the article, commented, put some effort in, and then when I actually posted my first post, it did really, really well because it's like a backlash. Everybody that I contacted came back to see what I've done. So yeah, that would be my sort of second thing, just literally building relationships with everybody.
Ah, that's important. And now, of course, you and I got a chance to meet as we were there in Steam Fest in Lisbon just recently. You were there with Ivar, and be sure to tell him we said hello. Everyone, all the kids here are just saying hi to him. Wonderful guy that he is. He's out probably working out at the gym right now or doing something there. He's real good at that. But what role do you see online and offline, like we were at Steam Fest for offline, what role do you see the two of those playing in building relationships?
Oh, massive role. I think Steamfest gives you an opportunity to meet the people behind the screens and actually make the relationships much stronger. You know, it's one thing talking to people online, messaging and commenting, another thing actually meeting them and, you know, getting to know them as a person, seeing their personality, how they look, you know, it's all visual. So I think it's much, much stronger. Definitely.
Yeah, I found that it's not either or, it's both and. And I think what we do often is we'll have a relationship that we can establish in today's world online with someone that we know, we've seen them online, et cetera. But it really helps to have that physical relationship. That's where, like with Steemit, going to Steam Fest is important. And I think also important on the physical meetings when we're really there in real life. So we've got a couple of pointers there that are good. Anything else that you have found to be really helpful in building success in Steemit?
I think just actually, you know, being, what's the word, like not cautious, but just opening your eyes and looking at what's trending, what's popular, who has a lot of power, who are the whales.
Yeah, inquisitive.
Sorry?
Inquisitive.
Yes, exactly. Just kind of be curious, you know, learning about the platform, learning about what are they doing, how to make the platform better, and maybe promoting it as well. Because I think if you are showing that kind of eagerness and that you want to make the platform better, then you've got a higher chance of people in higher power noticing that and appreciating that. Because it is all about making it bigger and better. Yeah, so...
Yeah, exactly. The whole community is growing that way. Well, now, another thing I wanted to ask you before we let you go, you and I were talking before we started recording about a really important trend that you're seeing, and we're seeing it with a lot of other people, is we've seen YouTube for many years. You have had a lot of success on YouTube. They have literally hundreds of thousands of views. That is not hyperbole, hundreds of thousands of views, and a lot of people doing it. But you also indicated that there's a slight change in your direction and your perspective. What are you going through right now as a content creator and someone who's been active in Steemit?
Yeah, I think, you know, I get a lot of people asking for advice about YouTube, whether they should start it. And I would hands on heart, wouldn't recommend anymore starting on YouTube and wasting your time. It doesn't really, you don't get rewarded at all. It's really a lot of work. It's long hours, and to be seen in such a huge pool of people and YouTube creators is visually impossible now, unless you do something completely crazy. But even then, it's not guaranteed that it will go, viral and so forth. And Steemit obviously is such a brand new platform, so small. Whatever you're into, you can become so big. So imagine being on YouTube maybe 5 years ago when it exploded. So it's slightly dying down. And I think a lot of big content creators are leaving YouTube and actually posting on Steemit as well. And I think that change will happen in the next year or two completely. People, the platforms, they don't pay anymore. Like, what's the, it's not about the money, but at the end of the day, you do work. It's your full-time job and you have to survive. So you can't just create content for free.
Yeah, I checked when I was over in the UK a few times, and they have these places where you go in and get food, and they always require real money. For some funny reason about that. They don't do it just because you got a lot of likes on YouTube or on Facebook or something. They always need money. Is it still that way over there?
Yes, definitely. London is an expensive city.
Yeah, well, now we know that with Steemit, we have the alternate channel that you're using now called DTube, D as in decentralized. Tell us what your thoughts are on DTube. It's still new. It's just getting started, really, in just a little while. What has been your experience with using that, and any pointers that you would offer to those who are using or considering using DTube?
I think it's great. To be honest, there's only 5 or 6 people posting on YouTube right now. So, my videos are literally there every day, which gives me a huge exposure. And I'm getting paid for every single video. As you've shown previous my screen, best banana bread made $15. For some, it might not sound like a lot of money, but my actual video on YouTube, it's been there for maybe, 6 months or so. And it made maybe $2 or $3. So it's actually quite a big difference. And yeah, it's so early. It's still got a few bugs here and there. It's like a very early stage of development, but I think just get in there, start posting your videos. Don't waste your time.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what you've done, and you've helped a lot of people with that. We appreciate it. Now, if someone's watching this and they say, hey, I really like what she's doing, I want to get in touch with Alla, what's the best way for them to reach you?
You can reach me on any social media platform. My handle is the same. It's Alla's Yummy Food. You can contact me on Steemit Chat. I read all my comments pretty much. I go through them anyway. Or just send me an email. It's quite easy nowadays. I feel like if you really want information, you can find it. So.
Yep, exactly. All right. Well, we appreciate you taking time, and thanks for those valuable information that you've given us, and wish you much continued success in the future, Alla.
Thank you so much, Terry, for your time as well.
You bet. And for those of you that are watching this, I want you to think about what you've just seen. There's a lot of information out there that you can use, but what Alla said really is important. You want to build those relationships. You want to build unique, quality content, not just junk, and you want to get out there and be with people. Make sure that what you're doing is continually refined and get better. What she's doing with food is impressive. Very, very good, and people want this. You might think, well, that's not me. I know for me, I don't do it. I joke that, hey, for me, cooking is putting some water in the microwave for 60 seconds. That's a lot for this guy. But there are other areas. Find the niche that is right for you and study what Alla is doing in her niche, and you'll see you can gain a lot from it. We'd like to hear from you. Please leave a comment below. We really love that. And for those of you watching us on Steemit, we love those upvotes. We love it. Upvote, and re-steam. And go over to Alla's Yummy Foods. Watch a few of those and be sure and upvote those as well for her. I'm Terry Brock, at Terry Brock as one word, and that's Terry. And Brock is spelled the right way, B-R-O-C-K. So Terry Brock is my handle there on Steemit, and I'll look forward to hearing from you.